that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This might be a free play here for Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Fitzpatrick. The big fella. The 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gostkowski for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Here's Fitzpatrick. Now a short one to Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. A gain of 6 there on first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. This is caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Brady looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Edelman coming off another big game in Week 6 against the Giants on Thursday night. 9 catches, 113 yards, both season highs. And that's now back-to-back 100-yard games as he went for 110 against Washington the week before. Brady now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That's it, baby. That's it.
So we've reached the intermission. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that's... Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
Wait, that's 380.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 68 yards, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one for him.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Brady. Looking low. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for New England. 43 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. But it's going to be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing if he has just a little bit of time to serve.
Wait, set, play, 20. Here we go. 72.
And they will run it with Michel. And Michel will find his way in for a Patriots touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean,
here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the 44, Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
15 yards on the play, first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Here's Brady to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 13 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Throwing now is Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. James White there to make the grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Fitzpatrick again. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
4th down, Fitzpatrick. And that was knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And he finds Piker here, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And now out come the Patriots. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Oh, and he'll just get rid of it. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 68 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it'll be 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter. You work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line.